Hi, AP Language. So I have to be out today. I didn't expect it. So I wanted to go over Google My Maps with you because you're going to take your paragraphs that you've written over the last week and a half, and you're going to start to put them into a map of your own. Okay. So the easiest way to do this, just so you kind of know where it's stored and saved, we're going to go to Old Reliable. We're going to go to Google Drive. And when you're in Google Drive, you do have the option at the top left to make something new. So when we click on New, we're probably going to have to go to More. And then you'll see there Google My Maps. Now this isn't like Google Maps. It's going to look the same, but it's a little bit different. So when you click on Google My Maps, you're going to see some slight differences over here. Okay, so the first thing that I want you to do, because I get a lot of untitled ones, we're going to click on Untitled Map and your identity map, and then why don't you go ahead and put your first and last name. Okay, I wrote first and last. Please put your first and last name, and then you click Save. So it's titled and it's in your Drive account, right? We know that. So if we're in Drive and we go into Recent, there it is. Okay, so if you need to go back to it, and what you're going to do is start to find places for your paragraphs. So let's say, for example, and I'm going to go over to the sample ones that we've been working with. I'm going to do an easy one first. I'm going to do the self-identity. And with this one, wow, that one's so long. What a good paragraph. So I'm going to go there, copy it. If you don't know how to copy, the easiest way is through, for me, it's Command-C for you to be Control-C, or you can go to Edit and Copy. Okay. And once we're here, now we have to make a decision. Where do you want to go? So let's say I wanted to put myself at my school. Okay. Well, there's Buena Park. Let's get more specific. How about Buena Park High School? Okay. Now when I do that, I end up here. Now here's the thing. There is a pin already there, but understand that that pin is a pin for Google. We don't want that. We actually want our own pin. So now that I'm here and I've got my space, like okay, there I am, I can take care of this later. But let's say I actually want to put myself around here in my classroom. I'm going to go ahead up here and I'm going to click Add Marker. Okay, once I've done that, I find right there. I click that. Now it put a pin there, but it also said there's point 1. Now it's pretty boring if your project just says point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to change this one too. Maybe just personal identity. You could call it something creative if you want to. And now that I have that, obviously below here I have this square. Now it's pretty small, but if I go to Control V, for my Mac here, it's Command V. I'm going to go ahead and paste that in there. So boom, it's all pasted in there. Now that it's pasted in there, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. I see, I can make sure it all went there, all the way to the bottom, all the way to the first one, and I'm going to click Save. Okay, now it looks like that. So when I click Save, it's formatted. I can't edit it. If I need to, I can go to the Edit button and I can change it. And so there, right now, personal identity, where I want it. You might decide that you want your personal identity somewhere else. Maybe your house or location you think is home. Like you might think somewhere else is more of a home to you than your current house. Maybe it's a former house, whatever. You get to make that call. And that's where you'll place that pin. So after that, you then want to figure out where you want to place the other pins. Now in the past, some people have had quite a few on campus, okay? And so let's say that one of them, maybe a group of people, they're involved in theater, you're going to add marker and you can click it there. And of course you can, if you want to, you can zoom in a little bit so you can get pretty close to some of these things over here. So for now I'm just going to write theater, friends, And I'm going to paste the exact same paragraph just to show you how it would work. Okay, so I've got those two things in there. I can close that out, and there's the blue pins right there. Now, do all of your paragraphs. And some of your paragraphs might find their location in different cities. So let's say you've got your two, the blue ones. These are the ones that are the ones you've written. Let's say you have, like me, some history in Bellflower. And so when we click Bellflower, it's going to take us over to Bellflower, California. All right. I'll close that out for a second. I'm going to zoom in. I can tell you that, let's see. Let's say I've got a memory with this particular church over here. I can drop the pin in there, and I can add, this will be my location. And for the sake of just practicing, I'm throwing in that same paragraph. Remember, these will be your different paragraphs. And so there, we've got Theater Friends all the way in Buena Park, and then my church all the way in Bellflower. Well, if I really zoom out, right, I can start to see where these things are. Right, they're right there and there. Your goal for today is to get them in the right spot. Okay. After they're there, I want you to actually play around a little bit. Now, when I say play around, I want you to start messing around with like the images. The problem with the images is you can't. It's really difficult, and we can maybe try to problem solve this year, but get your own pictures in there is kind of complicated. So I would start by doing a Google image search, okay, of specific things that you're looking for. And so with that, like I might find that Bellflower Church here. Actually, this is the one that used to be down the street from my house. So I can click that, and I can select. And what you can start to do is start to get some images that go with that. Personal images, I can help you out with that. We can see if we can figure it out. But for the most part, this is easier to grab them right off of Google search. And once you save that, you've got a nice picture there too. So pictures, play around with the base map. Once you have everything in there, you can start to see what looks good. This is a really basic looking map. I can click on something, I don't want to do satellite, that doesn't look too good, but maybe like terrain or something. And you can start to mess around with the background. We are going to make a decision tomorrow if we want to do lines. And as you can tell, I'm doing this in my classroom. We've got some announcements out there. But the lines, we can start, I want you to start linking yourself to your things. Try that out, play around a little bit. And we can also name those and things like that. But get comfortable with the map, okay? So get the paragraphs on there. Add some images if you need to. Try to complete that, and then again start playing around with some of the features, and then on Friday we can wrap it all up. All right, I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, email me. I'm right down the hallway, and I can help you guys out, okay?